per 1,000 finance in 60 months. Quality's limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is the Millburn Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 7725.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
6 Lynn Haven, WFLQ Fort St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub and me. Shall I get the hot tub? Yeah. Will it make me sweat? Yeah. Shall I get the hot tub? Get in. Will it make me wet? Yeah.
Well. Man, speaking of wet.
Wow. We talking about a hot tub jumping today. We got some superstars in here today. I love Thursdays. Jeremy Pruitt is here. That makes me feel better every single time he walks in the door. I just feel different when he's here. And Wildcat, God bless you, man. Tuesday's a big day.
Yep.
Josh, our county AD, is in here. Love him to death. Wonderful job that he does. I love his father-in-law. Derek, I tell you what, I had no idea how old he was. He looks like he's maybe 40, lost all this weight, works out like you would not believe. It's like Rocky in the weight room. Mm-hmm. I mean, he attacks the weight room. He works hard. He's got sweatpants on. Now, when you're out running all this heat, do you got sweatpants on?
No.
Well, Jeremy, why not? I mean, you got one preacher's doing it. What, are you not?
No.
Is it the mental toughness?
Jeremy doesn't even wear long pants in the wintertime.
That's true. That is true. That is true. You're the opposite. You're kind of a nature runner.
I don't want to have any
too hot
sweatpants or no
restrictions.
But your father-in-law, I said, how can he even stand this heat? You got a great one there. I tell you what,
he's a good guy. Absolutely,
he is a super guy. I really like him a lot. The storms were incredible. Were bad. You know what it reminded me of? Every day down Cape Coral, Florida, in August, July, parts of September, the rainy season. Somebody said somewhere else is the lightning capital of the world. No. Lee County is the lightning capital of the world. I'm telling you. If you're outside, when an electrical storm happens there, you're dead. I mean, we had a kid killed at Mariner High School, a rival school across town. Wow. They got him off the field. He went back outside, wanted to hit the sled a little bit, killed him. Boom, gone. You can't play with lightning. You can't play with this lightning we had here yesterday. How bad was where you were at?
Oh, I was over in Wheel Hitchkin. They had dime-sized hail, for...
How bad was the wind?
Wind was strong. I mean, probably 50, at least with some of those gusts. But what was interesting was how long it hailed. It was probably 10 minutes. Normally they're just kind of, I mean, you could watch it come through. It's almost like it was reloading.
Yeah. And usually when there's hail, there's tornadoes. That's interesting. So, how was lightning as bad as that?
Oh, lightning was, bolts everywhere. Yeah. It was rough.
What out there in the wilderness, what was it like?
It was straight line, like you said, the lightning. And then you'd think the storm was over, and then here would come another one. And the winds got so bad that I have a deck in the back of the house with a big cover on it, and The wife's got flower. It took flower pots as big as a human head, full of dirt, with flowers in them, and was hurling those things.
Wow.
2 or 3 foot in the air before they would drop down. I got a little itty bitty mutt that I rescued some years ago, and that little dog was popping up and down, almost airborne. I couldn't get him to come in the house.
Not named Toto, is he?
My dog was scared of lightning. They go get up under the couch. Where were you at yesterday when it hit?
Well, I had a full slate of interviews, so you could hear it and feel it in the window. And I just felt bad for all the people going out of the interviews. They were getting drenched no matter what. So it was. I felt bad for them.
Well, you can tell how much it took out of the air just by how cool it is this morning.
Yeah,
It's a nice morning.
It was brutal. It was the humidity, heat index was off the charts, and that's what's going to happen again today. I think we're going to have
It's going to storm. The forecast for the next 10 days is rain, rain.
I can put it in perspective. For a buddy of mine over in Wheel Hitch kind of tracks all this, posts all the time about the weather, but the heat index, like the feels like temperature, he said posted a 43-degree drop from when the storm started to when it finished in Wheel Hitchcock. Not the temperature, but the heat index piece. 43-degree drop.
Unbelievable. It was bad. It's bad. We got a caller. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Am I on the air?
Yes, we have new. This is a new show. This is a new show this morning. Good morning. Can we help you?
Yes.
This is the Muslims of New York Society.
The preachers. Is Tony Santam out there?
No, he's up in Brooklyn with
you
the
want to talk
Muslims.
to his chair?
Yeah, I'd like to Jeremy then.
His chair is here. Yeah.
His chair. It's kind of like Elijah's chair at the Seder. It's empty. Pour him some wine, and some drunk uncle will drink it.
Just wait for him to show up here.
Yeah, we don't. Nobody messes with Tommy's stuff. It's here when he gets here. Whenever we don't ever know when he's going to come or not.
I have a guaranteed G-rated preacher joke for you.
Go for it.
First let's talk. Don't direct me, by God. I'm anti-authoritarian.
You said you had a joke.
The Lord's name and thing. Anyway, come on. I'm from Tennessee. I ain't from Bama. I don't march to no beat. So, Coach Hale, how do you like your eggs?
Sunny side.
Sunny side. John Wayne used to call them looking at you.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to get them because you get the white done and the yellow is runny.
I had 2 last night.
I finally trained Waffle House to do that.
Let me stop you right there. There will be no talk of food today, except for our sponsors. No talk of food because I'm not allowed to have any.
Blood boy. Yeah.
Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill.
Shut up, Mike.
Newbies has food. It's just liquid. That's my favorite. Y'all can laugh anytime you want to. And what's the burger joint across the water? Come on now.
Across the water.
Across the water.
Across the bay. There's a burger joint over there y'all like. It's run by the Lynn Haven councilman.
Beef O'Brady's.
Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven.
Yeah, Beef O'Brady's. Come on, wake up.
That's not a burger shop.
That's just one item among many.
Yeah, they're multiple. I mean, they're like Alabama. They can do it all.
I've eaten at the one in Mariana and the one in, isn't there one in Chipley?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, we won't go there. Let me do my joke, okay?
Do it. I'm sorry.
Anything but food, Mike.
You like your eggs sunny side up, which I do too. I like them boiled. I like them fried. I'm like Bubba with shrimp, okay?
Yeah.
I eat them any way you can. How do you like your goater? Excuse me, I can't speak this morning. How do you like your gator?
Fried.
No, I like it poached. Get it?
That was okay. Hang up on him. If that's what he's got, we gotta hang up.
Hey, listen. Let me say one thing though. I want to give credit to FSU. A lot of times I'm bumming on them, busting on them, whatever. But they have come back from the abyss, and they're ready for Alabama, and they can win.
They are ready. Listen,
and that's a rhyme.
They got a quarterback that can run now. They got a guy that's got some speed.
I love running quarterbacks, Coach. Don't you?
Yeah, you can do a lot with
What
them.
happened to my boy Tyler Simpson?
He's doing good.
He's already graduated. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Alabama, what do you expect?
He's a brilliant guy. His daddy coaches at Martin Westview, and his brother Mason is probably going to go to Tennessee because y'all screwed over his brother so much. I'm just joking. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I want to say this. I'm trying to get it out. I know you've got the Vandy roofers now, right? So you can't say anything negative about Vandy, right?
Right. No more negative things about Vandy.
No more negative. Vandy plays Auburn on November 5th. Who you got?
I got Auburn, man. Auburn's back.
Yeah. Hey, what's the most famous words or most infamous words ever uttered at Auburn?
War Eagle.
Well, that's a good cheer. It comes from the Civil War, just like Roll Tide. Now, Tennessee, our nickname comes from the Mexican-American War. We're not tarnished by the Civil War.
Yeah.
But the most famous words ever uttered, or infamous words ever uttered at Auburn were, "Hey, my dad's named Bobby too." There you go. That's a Wayback Machine. Y'all have a great... I'm going to say one thing. The Korean War started 2 days... Well, it started on the 25th of June in 1950. And there's been wars and rumors of war ever since then. And my uncle, God rest his soul, he survived. He was pounding them Chinkies. Excuse me, can I say that? The Chinese communists and the North Koreans with 105 howitzer rounds. He survived, came back, and he's buried up there in Tennessee. And he played... Here's the thing about it. I wish Manley was there. That uncle did play for West Nashville High, but it was in the 40s.
Wow.
Y'all have a great day. Be
Roll
careful.
Tide.
Roll, or whatever. Roll Tide. Bye.
Hey, I got to say this.
We have got to do something about his medication. We really do.
Yeah. I saw, and this has nothing to do with sports, but I saw it. I'm going to comment on it. I was shocked. I thought they showed a video. And then they said, where was that? I said, you got to be kidding. It caught my attention. I thought it was something about Iran, something's going on. And it was, what do you call them, Muslims? Yeah, Muslims. Hey, no problem with Muslims, but the Muslims everywhere. I'm like, wow, are they getting ready to attack? What's going on? They were in Brooklyn, New York. I'm like, we're being overrun. It's crazy.
Having a rally?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't know what it was. I guess a rally. I don't know what it was. I was like, this is in America? Man, we're messed up. This is some weird stuff. Anyway, I'll shut up about that. Question for you all, and you guys are highly intelligent. There's no doubt about it. This is the smartest group we get during the week.
Every week, yeah.
You know, now Jason Kovaleski will get mad about that, but I'm just saying, you two guys are brilliant. You two guys are brilliant. You two.
Thank you very much. I feel like I'm being set up.
This is
I don't know if I should answer correctly.
Texas question for both of you. Texas question. One of them, I think, will be answered correctly. Number one, what year did they start The Eyes of Texas Are Upon You? It's called The Eyes of Texas. Their fight song, whatever you call it. It's long time ago. Think about it.
No, it goes back as far as Brian at A&M because he wouldn't take his team out there on the field till they played it.
Great. That's right. That's the year he beat them. I think that's the year he beat them when he was at Texas A&M. Wildcat, do you have any idea? This is way back.
1902.
Wow, you're extremely close. What do you think?
Oh, I won't get it.
You don't have any idea?
No, remember, I'm still like 29 years old.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Go ahead. Old guy.
All right, is it over or under on the 02?
I put it this way. I'm betting my mortgage Jeremy's going to get this right.
No.
It's over.
It's over.
He's extremely close.
Wow.
So, what, 03?
You got it. 1903. Can you believe this?
Wow.
You two guys are incredible.
Thank you very much.
Did you look that up?
Good.
Texas fight song.
No, I was standing right here just...
Wrote it. They started. It stuck. People loved it.
I'll tell you, it was very impressive to watch in Austin when we were out there.
Oh, man.
In the pregame.
You know Texas and now. That's a great... I like it. I love it. And they were talking about... The wokeness was going on at one time. They were talking about getting rid of it, but that's incredible. It won't happen, but that's all unbelievable. What happened in 1964? Texas were involved in two things. Number one, they beat the number one team in the nation. And number two, what was the second thing? Who was the team and what was the second thing that happened that day?
That's a difficult
I'll even help you out. It was in the Orange Bowl.
So.
They beat a living legend that was the national champs because they were ranked and crowned before the bowl games.
So this was
Texas history.
Texas, Alabama.
You are correct. What was the second biggest thing about that game? The viewership went off the charts. It was
What, did it top $1 million for the first time?
No. You're talking multiple million. I mean,
Wow.
big time millions. It's kind of like, wow, we need to do this again. What was it?
A dealer?
Oh, was it the Thrill in Manila? I don't know. I'm trying to.
Well, just think about it. Most games back then
New
were
Year's
played
Day.
when? You just said they used to be played on.
New Year's Day. They played at night.
They played at night. The first major bowl game
Lit up
played at night by the
with
Texas
lights.
Longhorns. They upset the number one national champs, Alabama. The score was 21-17. What quarterback came off the bench and about 2 quarters passed for 255 yards, but was short 1 inch of the goal line, which he swears to the day he scored, and so did his center said he scored. They talked about, they huddled up, they called no touchdown. Who was that famous quarterback?
Alabama quarterback?
Yes.
Namath?
Joe Willie Namath. Yes. This is your history. And about Texas, I don't talk much about Alabama. This is all about Texas,
Yeah.
as far as you know. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding people.
Was Arch Manning MVP?
We're going to ask Steve Spurrier about that. Did you hear what Spurrier had to say?
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this. What's going on down in church, and what's the best way to get up there, get to that church? When do you serve? When are you services? And what's the name of that church?
Oh, well, we're having a great summer at First United Methodist Church, Panama City. We've got a mission team returning home from Honduras. They've been doing medical mission work there over the past week. We've got a group of kids up in Alabama at a camp, and it's a kind of camping mission trip, travel season. But we're still there Sunday mornings, 8:15, 9:30, and 10:45. You can find us on Facebook. Come check us out. So.
Beef O'Brady's. Mike called and mentioned a hamburger joint. Okay. It's not a hamburger joint. It's an unbelievable restaurant. Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there, does an incredible job. The thing I love the most, besides the outstanding food, is the outstanding service. I'll brag on them every time. I've never been in there where they don't have a smile on their face and they don't treat you like family. They don't have bad days. I don't know if he's just trained them that way or that's just the great people that he hires, but they treat you great. The service is unbelievable. The food is great. You won't get it. I love the Cuban salad. Everything there is great. Onion ring, everything, the chips. You can't get a better meal. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Go check it out. I think we have a great time. Guess where Julie was yesterday? David Adams.
David Adams.
She went out there.
Jewelry. She sent me a text and gave me a hint.
Did you see that ring? She sent me a picture of this ring. You know it was a $123,000 ring. I saw it at first. I said, well, if you want it, get it.
Work on that price.
And then she sent me the price, and I about fainted. I said, you got to be kidding.
She's worth every penny of it, and you know it.
Oh, no doubt.
You know it. 44
No doubt.
years, right?
Yeah, 44 years Friday, and we're supposed to. But I got to get. We had something planned out. Now I got to come back in town on Monday. I didn't want to do that, but I need to. So anyway, get out to. Where are they located?
830 Highway 77. They've got the estate sale still going on. They'll clean and.
Wait a minute. They got what sale?
An estate.
Jeremy,
sale.
do you hear that, Josh? You guys hear that?
Well, you can get
there you go.
Diamond jewelry and precious stones for as low as $5.
Baby.
That's at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven, Florida, Beef O'Brady's. Also, skin cancer can be deadly. Protect that skin. Put that sunscreen on it. Put a long sleeve shirt on. Take care of yourself. If you don't, you're going to have to go see Dr. Ward eventually. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go get it checked out. 5 minutes to save your life. He's got office throughout the Panhandle, Florida. The Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And you know that day, Wednesday, is Mark McLeod Day, 8:30 every Wednesday. He knows everything that's going on in the SEC in the country, especially about the Florida Gators. Love Mark McLeod. He does a great job. We'll be right back. Josh, Jeremy, Wildcat, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. Last night was a real gut punch. It was hard to stomach. This was the 8th Achilles tear this year in the NBA, most ever, and the 3rd in the playoffs, most ever. The NBA is on notice. Shorten the playoffs. They started 2 weeks before the draft, the NFL draft.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN Northwest Florida. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday.
For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing, people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So we always ask you to pray. I know Jeremy's been praying. Wildcat, I'm going to say it. He might get mad at me, but I don't care.
I'm always mad at you.
Tuesday is the big day. He'll be leaving Sunday, going over to Jacksonville. He's going to have his surgery. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He'll be out for a while. Cancer, they're going to go in and get all that out, and we got a GoFundMe for him. If you could help out, that'd certainly be appreciative. Their whole family, they're going to go over there and stay. They got a house the family will be staying at and everything like that. He's going to be in the hospital quite a while, but look up, go Facebook, GoFundMe, look up on whatever you look it up. John Smitty, Smiddy. John Smitty's not Wildcat. John Smitty, look it up, and if you can give,
to what you believe.
Give some money. We certainly appreciate it. If you want to drop a check off to John Smitty, Smiddy, you can drop it off right here at our studio. Randy will make sure he gets it. But the main thing, keep him in your prayers and thoughts, and everything's going to go good.
That's the main thing right there. And I have been absolutely blown away at some of the texts and the phone calls and people coming into the studio and just giving me a little, moral support and saying, hey, we got your back, don't worry. And it's absolutely blown my mind. And if I talk about it anymore, I'm going to cry. So go on.
Yeah. And the robotic surgery, it seems like they're going to be able to do the robotic surgery, which is pretty cool.
I am a good candidate for it.
Yeah, that'd be really
and then the cancer's in a place where it's going to be easy, relatively easy, to get to. So I got and plus the fact that I just got lucky that they found it. It was by mistake that they found it, and so they caught it, and they caught it early. So so I'm positive about it.
Yeah, I just keep praying for him. We appreciate that. And Ryan Mulvey's doing well, doing really good. Everything went really great. Keep them in your prayer. Him and Beth. Her mother's going through a situation.
He should be back next week on the Inside.
He was on the show yesterday.
Was he?
Back. He's back in the saddle, man. The guy
missed the show because
never
of the
misses
storm.
a beat. Like nothing. I mean, that guy's incredible. I love that young man. Josh, what's going on in Bay District Schools? I know you're busy, you probably interviewing stuff. What about all these coaches changes here in the county?
Yeah, I think we've had a wave of it. But I think across the state of Florida and talking to some of my counterparts, there's a lot of change. Either people moving out of town, retiring. There's been a lot of people retiring. A lot of people just going out of the profession completely. But there is a lot of new faces, a lot of new young people that we've seen kind of, the kind of change of the guard. So a lot of early 20s, younger 30s coaches out there that are trying to get a crack at their first job. So we've had a couple new faces across a lot of sports here in Bay County, but again, not abnormal what's going on in the whole state and really a lot of the places in the Southeast.
I keep up with people. There's different parts of the states used to be in that business, and across the board, Jeremy, Josh, and Wildcat, that it's hard now. And you worry about your grandkids. You got young kids getting quality teachers to stay in the profession because they're not paid anything. The paperwork they put on them, and this is not a cut to Josh or anything. He has nothing to do with this. Our superintendent has nothing to do with this. It's all for state. And I think Trump is trying to do something about that also, and our governor. But the paperwork they make these people do is a worthless waste of time. Instead of them getting there teaching like they used to do and having a disciplined school where the kids don't run you over. I can remember years back they changed it. I think because they changed it, we heard us complain about it here. Kid could walk into, I had teachers and coaches tell me this, they walk into a classroom, not do anything, throw a piece of paper, knowing they couldn't give them a 0. They had nothing they could lower than a 50, and your teacher had to go back and let them make it up. There was no discipline in this county for years. And that's a lot of reasons. The number one thing is the pay is bad, but the lack of respect for the teachers get, the undisciplined kids. We got to bring discipline back to these schools. In my opinion, they should have more alternative schools. You can't act right in a classroom. Okay, you're going downtown and you're going to sit there with the other kids that don't care about their education. Why to screw up the entire classroom because you got 1 or 2 kids that won't do what they're supposed to do? But I think the biggest thing out there is the lack of discipline across the board in our society, but especially with these young people. Not all of them, but we got to bring discipline back to the school districts across the state. You're a parent. You got young kids. Them getting education and growing up the right way and things like that is important to you. And for others, it's kind of different. They weren't raised the right way, and they kind of continue the streak. What's your thoughts on everything? I wish we had a great private school here.
Well, it really does take a village, and your classroom teacher can only do so much. You've got to have that support. You look at the number of influences that kids you used to have. Some do still, but a good number don't. You had parents in the household. You had a Sunday school teacher, you had a piano teacher, or you had a coach, or you had a scout leader. But you look at the number of adult influences, and that's declining. You know, I mean, it really is. And that classroom teachers tried to shoulder a good bit, as have the schools. With before care, after care, the school day itself. And, this is just the reality we're facing. And I think it's a stopgap measure to try to offset, whether it's, the single parent, households, or, the challenges that come from two parent, working outside the home. I mean, they're factors that have crept into this that we're all wrestling with. It's there's this term called the wicked problem, where there's no right solution. You're just trying to find the least wrong one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we're trying to all figure that out in a very fluid time.
A lot of times, not to the fault of the kid. Like the kid,
Right.
didn't choose their situation
or
whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But I will say this, I can speak for our coaches. We have phenomenal coaches that, even during the summer, stay after, help kids beyond, hey, here's technique to, for your swing, or here's how to shoot a basketball. It's a lot more, we're blessed in this area with a lot of great coaches. And again, like Jeremy said, it does take a village. It's it's a lot. And a lot of times these kids, the only stability they see is within the school walls or the sports field or whatever. So they cling to that. So
those coaches are like dads to all those kids, and they work really for free.
Well, and we know, and preaching to the choir here, the number of kids who stay in school because of the extracurriculars. If it were not for those extracurricular opportunities, we'd have...
It's proven fact of basketball player, football player, volleyball player, whatever. If you're involved in sports, and I would even say band, cheer, any of that, you're involved in those things like that, you're great. It's a proven fact. Your GPA is better. A girl's less likely to get pregnant. So all these things, everything across the board, when you're involved in something else, and I'll say sports, that's the greatest thing for a kid. They learn that discipline. Those coaches are disciplining those kids. That's the only discipline some of those kids get from them coaches.
It's natural for kids to crave accountability. They just don't know it. You know, they put on their facade of
they want to be disciplined.
but they crave somebody pouring into them. I mean, that's just how we're wired.
Exactly.
You know, so
structures, routines, all of those things matter. Yeah,
something's going to motivate us. You want to make sure it's something good and positive. But the pay, we've got to get the pay up. The bottom line, they're leaving to go to Georgia because the pay is so much better. They do it right up there with the lottery. I don't think we do as good a job at lottery as Georgia does. We got to pay the coach more. We got to pay the teachers more. We lose good teachers to South Walton all the time because they just make more money. You can't blame a teacher.
I will tell you this: we do. Bay County we do have the second highest supplement rating in the whole state of Florida. So we do have that going for us, where we actually, again, compared to other states in different parts of the Southeast, no, it is not comparable. Right. But I am proud to say we do have the second highest supplement rating for our coaches in the whole state of Florida. So, that's the Brevards, that's the Oranges. We pay our coaches pretty well.
That's awesome. All right. Now, I disagree with something you said. It does take a village. But I will say this, and I've said before, some people get mad at me. And it is not my job to pay for your kids' insurance, housing, food, and clothing. It's not.
They're your kids.
It's your kids. You pay your bills. People are looking for handouts and free stuff. I think the biggest problem, if you have no free lunches, everything be solved. And I don't mean that like you think I mean it. Think about that. It's getting deep in here today.
Listen, I just think we need the James Hale School of Discipline. You know, he said go down the road to.
I was a monk for a while. I did a good job with that. Anyway, all right, we'll be right back.
He walks in here every day with that paddle.
Yeah, so. I was getting ready to say that. Bring back the paddle, man. Our coaches, you got a D, you got a lick. If you got and it hurt. If you got I know for a fact, you got an F, you got 2. If you got in trouble at school. And the coach found out about it. They send you down there. He would paddle you. And heck, most of the time, the assistant principal would paddle you.
Teachers,
I knew about those paddles. And that was in elementary school. They'd be butting your butt. Yeah, I like that. Bring it back. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street.
Speaking of Steve's Bike Shop.
Speak of
today, on this day in history, the bicycle was patented in 1819. Wow. I should have used that for a trivia question and got.
Well, you know who that was? It was John and Wilbur Bike.
No,
they made it.
No, listen to this guy's name. It was a German inventor, and his name was Baron Karl von Dross. D-R-A-S.
I'm going to challenge that.
That's who patented it.
No. Well, you know what? You're right. He did get the patent. The two guys that made it were John and Eugene, John and Wilbur Bike. Their last name was Bike. John and Wilbur Bike made the first bike. You're right, and they stole the patent. The guy got messed over. Unbelievable, as far as you know.
This
we'll
day
right
in
back.
history.
Yeah, this day in history.
Bring out the paddle.
I think Steve's family invented the bike. I don't know. But if you're looking for a great bike, especially those electrical bikes, get on to Steve's Bike Shop. They do an incredible job. Do you want to look better, feel better? I tell you what, if I could look like these two guys and have their built and everything, I'd be really happy. I got to go down and see Jason Kovaleski at Max Fit Sports Nutrition. They got stuff for cholesterol, natural. They got stuff that helps you sleep. They got stuff that helps you, your heart. I lost my cholesterol.
Your cholesterol.
Yeah, cholesterol, heart, everything. They got it all right down there. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
The Coach James Hale Show. Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
A lot more excitement is yet to come.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. We got 4 great locations. Glenn's favorite's the new one over in St. Andrews. The new facility is incredible. Newbies to the curve. You want to go watch all sporting events, head down to the mothership. They've been in business for over 50 years. They're incredible. The legendary Miss Newbies.
We've got a special guest coming in, Thomas Castellanos from FSU, the quarterback, to talk about what he feels about playing about Alabama.
Hey, Jerry, let me tell you something. That kid can run now. If he's a starting quarterback, you're going to see some options.
I suspect he will be the starting quarterback.
Listen, that week 1, I think Bama fans, if you think you got an easy game, you're mistaken.
Well, they just got bulletin board material.
That's going to help. No, I do. I think that really is going to help Bama. Yeah. He shouldn't have said what he did. I get that. But I do like cocky quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah,
I do like confident people.
Yeah.
But you got to be smart with it. And I don't think, anyway, we'll see. Hal is Bama. You know, you don't see that option much anymore. You got all summer. Warmack's got all summer to get the defense straightened out for Gus Malzahn's offense. You know good and well he's going back watching a lot of Auburn tape. Alabama-Auburn tape.
They're just mining it. They've got all summer for one game.
And they're watching all the Central Florida games and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Gus is going to have, I'm telling you right now, Gus is going to have them ready to go against
They'll
Alabama.
have some wrinkle plays.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that every time Alabama went to the Plains, there was something.
And I predict it right now. They're going to get a cheap touchdown against Bama. They're going to come out, run a little option play. He looks like he's going to pitch it. He stops. He throws the ball. The receiver stops blocking. It heads up the field, and the corner's coming up to stop the run is a touchdown. They did that so many times against Alabama when he was the head coach at Auburn. And you knew it was coming. They still did it. They still did it.
Knew it was coming.
It's a hard play to stop. You'll see that. I guarantee they'll get 1 touchdown off that.
Well, his scheme is to go horizontal to get vertical.
The key for Florida State, in my opinion, is not their offense. I think Gus is going to have them rolling. And I think it's going to be hard for Bama to stop them. The key to me, even though they got 8 guys coming back, the key to me is Florida State's defense. Can they put pressure on Alabama's quarterback? Alabama's offensive line is ranked one of the best in the country. The group overall, they got 4 to 5 back. They got a couple of backs they're going to put at right tackle. I think Alabama's in really good shape. And FSU's got one, I think it was FSU, has this one small end. Alabama's left tackle is 6'6", 340 pounds. I don't know what they got him listed at. And he's an All-American. He started as a freshman. This guy is a freak. Could be a first-round draft pick. But if FSU can put pressure on the quarterback, that's going to be a heck of a football game.
I think FSU's going to want up-tempo, lots of points. Alabama would probably be going against their tendencies. Because I do think DeBoer likes to score a lot of points. So I don't think you want to shoot out in Tallahassee. I think you prefer to grind this thing down and get the number of plays down. And
early in the year, what usually happens early in the year in a football game, If it's close, it can come down to the kicking game. A mistake early in the year in the kicking game, because you go through 2 days. Well, they don't even have 2 days anymore. You go through fall camp. You don't want to get anybody hurt. You don't. Some coaches don't work as hard on kickoff coverage, punt coverage stuff, and maybe they should. I know Les Miles did a great job. I was at Clint listening to what he did. He's incredible. They went live on kickoff coverage at practice, which is unheard of. But if you make a mistake in the kicking game and give up a cheap touchdown, you're probably going to lose that football game. It could be a blocked punt. It could be a punt return. It could be a kickoff return. So whoever pays the little details, who takes care of the little details, are probably going to win that football game. But I do think people are going to be shocked. I think Florida State's going to be a lot better than they were last year. That's just me. Now, they come up with a list, and I'm going to go through this list. I want to tell me what you think. And I was shocked that one school was left off. Ranking the 25 most loyal fan bases, okay? The 25. At number 25, I say there's no, this might take 2 segments. At number 25, I say there's no way you put them on there. They got UCLA fan bases at most loyal at 25. Nobody.
All 20,000 of them.
Thank you. They don't even go to the games. What nut wrote this? Well, it was the article was by the Big Lead. It's a thing that covered.
They don't even
football.
show up to the second quarter.
Yeah. So, do y'all agree we can take them off?
Yeah.
We're going to take off UCLA. Number 24. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're right there with them. Miami. They got a small fan base that's very loyal that go to away games and stuff like that. Look at their home games. Would you have Miami the most loyal fan base? I'm saying no.
A&M played there a couple of years ago in a non-conference game, and it looked like there was a person about every 6 seats.
Yeah.
Can we throw Miami out?
Yeah.
I throw them out. Number 23, which I think should be a lot higher, the Gamecocks, South Carolina.
Oh, Lord, that's low.
That's too low. Yeah. They need to be higher.
I mean, as much as they've suffered and they still show up.
And I'm going to go number 22. I'm going to say that. Now, y'all can say maybe we don't want to throw them out, because they do sell out their games at home, and they're not a big brand, in my opinion. But I'm going to throw them out my list. You guys let me know if I can or not. Utah.
That's pretty solid. Rice Eccles sells out. They've got a pretty...
So you keep them over some of these other teams. You'll be surprised who's not in it, though.
Okay.
But so you say, I'll keep them. I'll keep them for now. What do you think?
Yeah, keep them.
I'm being bullied here. All right. Number 21. There might be Louisville, but I don't think they're top 25 in my opinion. West Virginia.
The craziest place I've ever watched a football game.
West Virginia?
The most rabid fans I've ever seen made LSU look tame.
Wow. Okay. We'll keep them.
I mean,
you heard it here first. You're teaching me. You're coaching me.
It was nuts. I mean, nuts at the intensity of that fan base.
Why were you at a West Virginia game?
Because I went to a West Virginia Colorado game on a Thursday, Pitt Louisville on Friday, and Alabama Kentucky on Saturday years ago.
Wow.
Road warrior.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
I mean, I had all 3 of those games, just made a little road trip.
Should we leave them on?
You should leave them on, and you need to put that Alabama-West Virginia game on your bucket list next year.
Where's that game played at?
Morgantown.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And
Is this an invitation? I hear you're inviting me to go.
You can burn a couch with them.
All right. All right, we got Utah. All right, that's Jerry Pridgeon talking, and Josh. We're going to keep Utah. We're going to cut West Virginia. I think Utah we're going to come back and kick out. Number 20, I will keep them. Oregon. They got one of the richest guys. Their fans are great. They say it's crazy the game there. Okay.
I hadn't been to Outson, so.
Yeah. Number 19, definitely. The Tennessee Volunteers. Mm-hmm. I thought they'd be higher.
I thought they'd be higher, too.
Yeah. Number 18. Oh, they are in there. Florida State fans. They are. Mm-hmm. They're one of the most watched teams. That's the reason you're talking about Big Ten, SEC, wanting to bring them into the league. They're one of the most teams watched when they play on TV than anybody else in the country. They're especially in the ACC. So, yes, Florida State should be there. 17. I don't know about this one, Jeremy. 17, the jump round. Maybe I get it. Wisconsin. You'd keep them in there at 7?
It was a good experience. I mean, they were,
well, they got killed, but
yeah, and they knew it going in, but they did show up, at least till the jump around.
So both of y'all keep the Big Ten? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It was very Midwestern.
Number 16, Clemson. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Just keep him for Dabo only. I love Dabo. Number 15. Yeah, absolutely. The 12th man, Texas A&M, unbelievable. 100 and something thousand every game. Number 14, no doubt about this. I thought they'd be higher. The Ohio State Buckeyes, their fans are incredible. You go to a bowl game, You wouldn't believe how many hostile. I don't care where they play at. They travel. They're there.
I mean, it's a force.
Yeah. Number 13, are you kidding me? It don't matter what sport it is. LSU at 13, they should be higher. I'm sorry, they should be a lot higher. Number 12, when Auburn played them at Auburn, Penn State brought a load. There was a lot of people there. A lot of people didn't even have tickets, so there were a lot of people at the Auburn. Were you at that game?
I was not.
Yeah, a lot of people go there. Penn State definitely. Wow. At number 11, Alabama. You were at Wisconsin game, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You go to the Rose Bowl game, and they played UCLA, right?
Yeah, we travel well.
I had to have Alabama way up there, not there. Number 10, and they are great fans. They are loyal. They've been through bad stuff. Nebraska.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Nebraska. Yeah. We'll come back and finish up with the 9 through 1 most loyal fan bases. They want us to keep Oregon SEC fans. They want us to keep West Virginia. I kind of get West Virginia for what you said. Oregon, I'm ready to kick them out, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Love all of them. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. It was completely packed out yesterday and last night. I took my beautiful granddaughters, Laureline Layton. We had the world-famous J. Michael Spaghetti. Donna was there. Hey, you know what? Brian didn't show up. I don't know if something happened or what, but Brian wasn't there. But we had a great time at J. Michael's, and so should you. They got the best seafood. They got the coldest ice beer. And all you people here for we got thousands of players and their families here, thanks to Richard and his great crew down there, Rich Sanders. They're here. They show up, man. They listen to ESPN radio. They're sports-minded. They listen to ESPN. When they get in town, they want to listen to what's going on. They've been to J. Michael's Restaurant. They love it. They got the best seafood. They got the best fried shrimp anywhere. Try the J. Michael's cheeseburgers are unbelievable. The pork chops, steaks, everything you can think of, and the place is like a museum. Oh my God, the place is like a museum. Though there are motorboats hanging from the ceiling, surfboards, there are shotguns, there are pistols. You name it. Get mad at somebody, you got a gun right there with you, so you know. Better be nice. Head out to J. Michael's.
Probably a paddle.
And have a wonderful, wonderful time. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Now, you do Mexican food, and you want a big birthday party, that's where you want to have it. Everybody's having their birthday parties there. It's got a huge facility. David opened another one. It's on Front Beach Road, 10908 Front Beach Road. Please park in the back. The food's incredible. They got the best happy hour anywhere. Buy one, get one free. We're talking about draft beer, house wine, margarita, and tonight, karaoke. I hope Julie wants to go now. I like to go listen to people sing. Go check it out. Cooper Moss used to go there quite a bit. Of course, now he's down in Florida in Gainesville. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. We will be right back and finish up the most loyal fan bases in college sports, football. And we got Utah in there. We got West Virginia. And we left out a lot of SEC schools. That's unheard of. Be right back.
Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straight away center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Jason Mulder, owner of Best Way Portable Buildings, reminds you to celebrate this 4th of July.
and be thankful for living in the greatest country in the world with unlimited opportunities at our fingertips. Bestway Portable Buildings, the best in portable period, and a thankful Golden Age builder. North of the Old Mall on Highway 231 and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com.
If aliens showed up tomorrow and said, take us to your leader, you'd bring them to the Coach James Hale Show.
Danger, Bill Robinson, danger.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Josh is with us, Jeremy Wildcat. We got the most loyal fan bases, I'm going to say college football. And Jeremy, during the break, really sold me on West Virginia. Josh,
I
we
agree.
sold. Josh,
what was that website?
We're going to allow you to say
BurnThatCouch.com.
Look it up.
Look that up.
We said number 10. Here are your top 10. I disagree. I think Alabama should be in the top 10. Ohio State, LSU. Are you kidding me? LSU probably should be number 1, in my opinion. Number 9, Iowa. Now, I do like that they sing to that hospital, what they do there. That's pretty cool. And they travel pretty well. I've seen them in bowl games. They usually have a lot of people there. I can live with that. I don't know about the top 10, but okay. Number 8, Oklahoma, definitely. I went to the you were there too in the Miami when Alabama had they played in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They travel well.
They do.
They travel. They're good people. Number 7, Michigan. Are you kidding, Michigan? Are you kidding me? You got Michigan Eddie. He's not loyal to that school at all. He turns on them every other day.
Man, you're asking.
He's not loyal to anybody.
You're asking.
Me or anyone. No, Michigan people are great. There's no doubt about that. Michigan people are loyal. I went to the Orange Bowl. Brady was the quarterback. It was Alabama missed extra point in overtime, lost the game, but their fans are great. Their band was outstanding, too. I was right near their band. I was impressed with them. Michigan, yeah, they got to be in the top 10. Arkansas, number 6. What'd you think about that?
That's a little high, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think they should be in the top 25, but I don't think top 10.
Above LSU and
Yeah, I can't say them about. I mean,
yeah. Here are your top 5 fan bases, most loyal.
is this the Fayetteville Gazette?
At number 5, and I'd say, heck yeah, War Damn Eagle. Auburn, number 5. Number 4, the Florida Gators. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Number 3, Notre Dame. You got to give it to them. They travel. The Orange
they're
Bowl,
everywhere.
National championship game, there were more people in the Orange Bowl for Notre Dame than Alabama. You were there, weren't you?
It was 3-1 Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Alabama that night.
The top 2 I totally disagree with. Number 2, the Georgia Bulldogs. No, not number 2. Top 10, yes. Number 2, no.
You been to Athens for a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
The barking and all.
I mean,
no, I haven't. I really haven't.
Grown men in your.
But I know Conrad. I'm trying to make him mad. Number 1.
Already made Eddie mad.
Hey, he's not loyal to anybody. He's not loyal to the United States of America. He's not loyal to. I mean, is he on the phone? Oh, tell him I was kidding. The number 1 most loyal fan base out there is the money people. You see them, they fly in their jet. I talked to a guy in the bathroom stall talking to him. I said, oh, how long was the drive? He said, no, I flew my jet in to Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I saw the national championship game in Pasadena, and they were all there, and then, of course, went
They're
to
great.
Austin. I mean,
They're great
it's,
fans.
It's a different level.
Let's
It really
bring
is.
him on. I knew I'd get him to call in. Let's bring him on. He fell for it again. The people's caller himself, Michigan, Eugene, Eddie. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Not everyone's Eugene's middle name. Go Blue Sharks Series or everyone else by Tyndall. Dude, Michigan's got the most loyal fan base ever, bar none, period. And as far as service academies, the Air Force Academy, bar none, is the best service academy of them all. Take that, Old Hudson High, Annapolis, Coast Guard, what have you. BMI, Citadel, all that. Air Force is best, bar none. And by the way, Preacher, so I was at work the other day.
Hey, Preacher.
And my buddy, one of my bosses, fighter pilot legend, was on the phone, and we started talking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coordinating our breakfast we do at our church like every Saturday for the community." And I tell you, First Baptist Church and First United Methodist Church is probably most for the community out of any churches in town. I'm just saying. I see our church filled up all the time. Every time I pass by your church on the way to work before I started football practice at Mosley, go by your church every time. And I go, what church you go to? And he goes, First United Methodist. I go, that's the one by the hospital, right? Because, there's so many First United Methodist, First Baptist churches. Which one are you talking about? And I go, oh, I know the preacher there. He's on the Coach James Hale show every Thursday. And he goes, Preacher Pridgeon. He goes, yeah, that's the one I go to. And I coordinate the breakfast there. Yep. I go, wow. And then I go, look me bad about the preacher. He's a big Bama fan. And he's so tight, right? And he's like, he starts smiling. And fighter pilot legend, Weeby. You know him.
Brad Young, yes.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Weeby. Yeah, so he's one of my bosses, fighter pilot legend. And all that. I work. You talk about American heroes.
Yeah.
At the ASP at Tyndall, I work with them all. Fighter pilot legends teaching the new F-22 pilots.
He and Lori are an incredible couple. I mean, she teaches. He is just a great people.
Speaking of churches and Michigan fans, today is National Forgiveness Day, Eddie.
So we forgive you.
So
we forgive you
for all the things Harbaugh did.
Oh yeah, we forgive Michigan football for beating Alabama twice in 1 year. Unbelievable.
Yeah, RJ. Well, I feel bad for Weeby because he's a CU grad. He went to Colorado. So
his wife's a Cincinnati fan.
And he is a huge Bengals fan, Smitty. By the way, he's from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So he's a big Bengals fan. His wife, I think, went to the University of Cincinnati and all that. And speaking of Alabama, we were at the Natty in Houston a couple years ago when we won undefeated, not 2 loss championships. And Eddie and the kids actually got to meet Jalen Milroe and got their pictures taken with Jalen Milroe because he's from Katy, Texas.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
And that's actually where we stayed at MC Suites in Katy, and met one of our linemen's family, Gio Elhadi, and all that. And then we met Kenny Grant, and then we went to the team hotel, saw Harbaugh and JJ and all that. That was an awesome time. Yeah. So, anyway.
That's awesome. You took your kids all that experience. That's awesome, man. That truly is awesome. Yeah. Hey, what do you think about these? What do you think about UCLA and Miami, most loyal fan bases in top 25? I'm sorry, I kicked them out. They're not in mine. UCLA, they don't even go to the games.
Yeah, have you seen a Rose Bowl when they play their home games?
Nobody's there.
It's like an SEC. It's like an SEC.
Hey! Watch out now! Watch out!
Oh, I'm just being honest.
No.
Michigan sells out. Even at Eastern and Central Michigan, we sell out at the Big House.
I mean, Ole Miss should be in there.
As
much as I used to grow up hating Ole Miss when I was at Southern. But Ole Miss fans are great. They should be in the top 25 over Miami, UCLA, in my opinion, and over Utah.
I mean, where's the cowbell?
Yeah. Where are the cowbells? I mean, Mississippi State fans are incredible too.
Yeah, I could bounce a couple of those programs for state. So
what about
my buddy's cousin is actually the defensive coordinator at Utah.
Yeah.
We went to the academy together, and my buddy played quarterback, and now he's a squadron commander up at Langley at the F-22 squadron, and his cousin is Utah's defensive coordinator. Morgan Scale.
Let me ask you this: how could they put UCLA in and not USC? USC has better crowds than UCLA.
Maybe they made a misprint. They knew there was one school in Atlanta they needed to cover.
I think they had to have one team. Yeah, a lot of people buy to read out there, I guess. I don't know. But what about Texas being number 1? Is that true? Y'all think Texas? I would say Alabama.
Texas different. I mean, it's different.
Josh, you say Auburn?
No, I mean, I was shocked Auburn's in the top 5.
Yeah. They
above LSU.
Yeah, they should be. They should be.
Living in Tennessee a couple of years, I was kind of shocked Tennessee was that high because those, them being right there with FSU, I agree with, but I mean, down the list a little bit would be fair.
What did y'all guys think about Georgia number 2, though, seriously? I thought they'd be in the top 10, but I didn't know they were number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been great lately. I'm talking about the history of college football. I see Notre Dame being there. They're at number 3. I get that.
Yeah, I think Georgia's a little high.
Yeah, I'd have Alabama higher than them. That's just me. LSU, though, the way they support everything, I could give it to LSU as the number one fan, almost loyal fan base. The best partiers, the best drinkers, the loudest.
I can see the Washington Huskies in ahead of UCLA.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Did you know about West Virginia, Michigan, Eddie, how great they are? Jeremy's telling me stuff I had no idea about West Virginia.
It's only going to get better with Rich Rod being back there. He never showed up West Virginia in the first place.
Yeah, that wasn't a good fit for him at Michigan. They weren't ready for the change, that offense that he was trying to bring in there. That was just the timing wasn't right.
Where's Virginia Tech? I mean, Enter Sandman and all that.
That's what I'm saying. Over some of these other ones, are you kidding me? Wisconsin, I'd probably put Virginia Tech in over to Wisconsin. I don't know. Yeah. How good is Wisconsin, Michigan, Eddie? They really good?
They're okay. They got the jump around thing at Camp Randall and all that, but they're not all that. I'm kind of surprised. Was BYU in the top 25?
Oh, no, they're not even in the top 50.
But that's a loyal group.
I'll tell you, I can't stand BYU. They would spit on cadets when we would go to Provo Stadium, and we have our little contingent of cadets that go. Following back in the old Mountain West, the old WAC, back in the General DeBerry and Coach Edwards days. By the way, I was at the last game that Coach Edwards played at the Air Force Academy at Falcon Stadium. We beat him. My buddy Ryan Fleming, wide receiver, had an awesome game. We beat BYU. Can't stand BYU. Their fan base are a bunch of morons. But they are loyal to a fault, and they probably should be in the top 25. I will give them credit.
All right, we got to take a break. Listen, I will say this about Michigan. One of the great things I saw in that Orange Bowl was Michigan's band, Alabama's band, and those two fight songs. You know who those schools are. That Michigan fight song is incredible. That band, that was great, and I got to give them credit for that. And also Alabama's, everybody in the country knows when those two songs are played or those uniforms walk out, you know who they are. All right, Michigan, thanks for the call. And we got Bama when we get back. Let's talk about some of our great people. Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want your yard to look absolutely beautiful? Patrick can make it happen. Listen to Patrick right here on ESPN Northwest Florida every Monday around 8:30. Locals taking care of locals. You got bugs getting in your house. They can take care of that also. They can do it all. Turf Pro Pest Control, number one. And some people you love, the Vandergrift family. I know you love those people. They go to your church. They've raised some great kids. And I tell you, Kyle.
Outstanding folks.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting, they can build anything. They can design it. They can build it. Commercial, residential, you name it, Kyle can do it. But if you're looking for a roof, it's Vandy Roofing. And I don't think Kyle's going to be with us this Friday, but when we get back, he'll be with us. But Vandy Roofing, don't forget about them. Steve's Bike Shop, I already talked about them. Steve is in air conditioning. Love Jason, their group down there. I'll be talking about them in just a second. I'm trying to think of anybody else we forgot. Oh, Chad Mitchell. How can I forget him? 26 years on. Hey, Josh, thank you so much for you. I know it wouldn't happen without you. Y'all recognized him, his work he's done for Basic Schools for 25 years.
That was a special night. Surprised them. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, his beautiful wife was there. That was incredible. The man's a legend. Robotic surgery, one of the first ones trained to do that. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be back. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Did you get the note? Did you get the note? Check this out. It all started 8 years ago today, boys and girls, moms and dads, that ESPN Northwest Florida's best sports radio station, that would be us.
Oh, wow.
Started today, so.
Wow.
So we're celebrating our happy
8 years. That's flown by.
Man.
That's crazy.
There we go. So here's our happy birthday song. Huh?
Happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday
to us.
Also,
happy
on this day in history, it was Elvis's last live appearance.
Happy birthday.
Say it again.
Elvis's last live appearance was today.
Wow.
In
Now there's so much we can do on your birthday.
1977.
I'm so glad it's your birthday, baby.
I also heard that Elvis never performed overseas.
Bye-bye.
He never did.
Yeah.
He never did. He wanted to, and the Colonel wouldn't want him. You got to watch that movie. Do you know this? Another thing. Can I tell it or got to go?
No, we got to go.
All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. That was rude. Be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up.
Call or text the Afternoon Underdogs on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida with your rants, hot takes, picks, and takedowns.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama.
This is
go 7 games. You've got to have a bad game at some point.
The Red 70s studio line, 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Get ready to discover new adventures this summer and hit the road in a new 2025 Kia Telluride from Bill Bird Kia. Whether you're traveling on the highways or off-road, you'll do it with grace and grit. Now offering 3.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Telluride during the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Experience what everyone's talking about. Stop by for a test drive today and discover the perfect fit, featuring spacious 8-passenger seating, premium interior, and advanced safety and technology features. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. The road is yours this summer and a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Telluride with $2,253 per $1,000 financed at 48 months. Quality limits cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 7725.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy.
I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending. Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one. They're locals, taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. No one does a better job. And the heat is unbearable. One good thing about those terrible storms, the heat builds so much, we have those such strong storms, but it does get cooler. Our air conditioning unit is incredible because we went to Stevenson Air Conditioning. If it's hot in your house and it's running and your power bill is going through the roof and you get no relief, then just listen to me. Do what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, everybody's gone with him, loves him. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're going to come out and they're going to service it. They're going to show you some things you need to do around the house, and your power bill is going to go down. Your house is going to get cooler. If you got an old one, you got to bite the bullet, get rid of it, go with locals, go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Most honest, hardworking people out there. I can't say enough good things. I love them. Everybody has done any work with them, love them. It's Stevenson Air Conditioning.
So let me ask you a question. 8 years of us being on the air here at ESPN Radio, right? 8 years that we've been doing. How many years have you been doing the Alabama Update?
10.
Oh, really?
Well, I was on another station 2 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I should know.
Randy walked in, those beautiful eyes.
I know. He hustled
that
you.
Gorgeous smile.
You fell for it.
And he goes,
"Come on,
Are you James Hale? We're at J. Michael's restaurant doing a live show."
Oh, yeah?
And I said, "Does he owe you money?" And James Hale, he goes, "No, he didn't owe me money." I said, yeah, that's me. That's me. I just want to know. I asked him. I did. I said, he started laughing. But anyway.
I was just curious.
Yeah. We've been doing it. Hey, we got a lot of Bama fans in the Panhandle. We got a lot of SEC fans, Auburn, Florida State, Florida.
SEC, baby, SEC.
Josh moved down here because he heard the show. He said, "Man, I got to get down there. They love sports down there."
Exactly why I'm here. Absolutely.
Best thing he ever happened to him going to Arnold High School. I'm telling you. Look where he's at now.
Getting deep in here, Lord.
Jeremy, what do you got for us today on Alabama?
All right. So I set you up early during the FSU report just to say something I wanted to say here. You know, they talked about Thomas Castellanos with FSU and his little bulletin board material.
Yes,
so
sir.
David Pollock interviewed Lenora Sellers at South Carolina, who's their quarterback. You know what he had to say about Alabama?
No, sir. What did he say?
He said, shoot, they're Alabama. He didn't want any of them.
Who was he again?
Lenore Sellers, the quarterback.
Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So Pollock asked him what he thought about Castellanos, and Sellers was not biting. He said, shoot, they're Alabama. They're still good. They're big. They're strong. They're fast. So no bulletin board material coming from Columbia.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I love it, baby. Roll Tide.
That's good
Roll
stuff
Tide.
there. So, DeBoer settling in season 2 and getting peppered with all kinds of questions. But one of the questions that came up recently that I think most folks, when they find their way to this part of the world, maybe dabble in something they haven't for the first time. They ask him what his favorite food was here in the South. You know what he said? So he's acquiring a taste for seafood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And of course,
he's from the middle of the state, middle of the country.
Right. Barbecue and,
Where is he from? I forgot.
He's from that kind of Midwest area.
Yeah.
Now, he went out to Washington, Seattle there for a time, and that's interesting. I've been to a Mariners game before, and let me tell you that concession stand fare is a little different than what you're going to find anywhere else. I mean, you can get, pretty different, with fish and things like that. But he said he's acquiring a taste for seafood. So I still think that's a little hard to find. But, you're from Montgomery. I lived up there for a time. It was kind of hard to get good seafood. You could, but you had to pay that premium for it.
He needs to come on down here.
Come on down.
Good seafood.
Yeah, more media days there.
Yeah.
So here's one I find really interesting. Guess who's been at the Alabama football camp this week?
Nick?
Close. Knox Kiffin.
Oh, his son?
Son of Lane Kiffin.
Oh, man.
He is going to be the class of 2028 recruiting class.
Wow.
Knox is 6'2", 170 pounds right now. Out there throwing around, having a day.
What grade? Ninth?
He'll be 28, so ninth grade, I guess, yeah. But I thought that was rather interesting that Lane had him over in Tuscaloosa for football camp.
I know where Lane. You think Lane will be there in 2028?
That's what I'm
telling you.
Knowing Lane's psyche, he's probably going to plan his kid at every one of his opponents.
just because. It keeps him in the news, keeps Knox out there. Few offers coming to him already, but one of the things that you could look up here is they said that Knox did a spot-on Nick Saban impression during the camp there.
Wow.
Said absolutely crushed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he was there in the heyday.
Of course, I remember when Saban went over to Oxford to play, and Lane posted this picture about Saban's book, and it was through Juices, the dog's Twitter account, said, is Granddaddy or Grandpa coming to see us this weekend?
You know what?
His alter ego is pretty real.
If it doesn't work out with DeBoer, that's who I want there. I'm sorry. If he would go back kind of old-fashioned coach and punt on third down or fourth down, this is punt the ball, flip the field. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I got against him. I don't understand some of that stuff.
And then one other sort of interesting piece here. Milroe gone now. Ty Simpson, the heir apparent, but there's still some, competition around QB1. When is the last time that Alabama has switched quarterbacks mid-season?
1998, or I saw that. I can go back in my notes and tell you, but I can't.
An injury forced it.
Don't tell me.
It was a blade of grass.
It was
against Western Carolina that failed Brody Kroll.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, just a phantom run down the end, and his leg blew out, and nobody's within 10 yards of him.
Was Shula?
Shula was.
That's right. Yeah.
It never happened during the Saban era.
Yeah. It really hadn't happened a whole lot that I can remember in my lifetime.
You may have been thinking about the Zal Watts platoon that was going on. They never could settle that one there, and then Watts kind of emerged, and then he got injured, and Zal led them to victory at Auburn, in 01, I believe it was.
That was in 98? That's what I was thinking about.
But Kroll was the last one, and that was an injury, and Spencer Pennington came in and finished out the year.
Wasn't that thrill?
No, it was very, very mediocre. But that whole era was, honestly. But that's a pretty remarkable run of having QB1 there, start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they were
Just
there.
showed you how strong he recruited.
Yeah.
I mean,
even if they were one-year starters like Coker or Sims, because you think of McCarron, you think of Jones, you think of those types, but there were still those that had it.
Yeah.
For a season, start to finish. I don't. Yeah. I always said you not see a Blake Sims type again, and I think so. You will see quarterbacks come in for one season now, but you're not going to see somebody like Sims stay in a program 4 years for one season.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That era is done.
I'm shocked that Simpson stayed.
Yeah. Yeah. Holdingham has been pretty remarkable that they've all hung around.
Remember, Saban was real loyal to people that stayed, though, and put their time in. He gave them every opportunity.
He did.
And if the players bought into whoever it was, he would stay with them maybe longer than they should have.
Right.
Because we all knew, I had heard at practice that whole season that Jalen shouldn't be playing, that the freshman from Hawaii, this guy, you wait, you see him, is unreal. I didn't know his name at that time.
Yeah, and
it showed.
It showed.
Yeah.
So interesting little sort of tidbit there, and then on the basketball front, Latrell Reitzel Jr., who's a grad student guard, did get a medical red shirt, so will be back for another year. And Alabama also signed 6'10", 270-pound center from the Newman School in Boston.
Wow, 6'10"?
The number 11 rated center in the country here.
Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah, so Nate Oates is doing his thing.
Nate Oates, we got whatever it costs, whatever it takes, we need to keep him. Same thing with Auburn, Bruce Pearl. Those guys have made basketball big in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, so put Knox Kiffin on your radar screen for Alabama football in the future.
All right. Alabama Update's been brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you have any problem, do what we all do. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. You talking about Steve's bike shop? Yeah. The first bike was built in this date. Roy
Patented
and Wilbur Bike were the ones that built it, and the patent went to who?
You're going to make me say his name again. Baron Carl von Dross.
Yeah, but Baron shouldn't have done that. But anyway.
That's what they do.
Steve's Bike Shop, right across the street from Sam's. That place is incredible. Julie's over there yesterday. Matter of fact, if you love the old-fashioned 10-speeds, they got plenty. You got one that's tore up, broke down, they work on them. They'll fix it for you. If you want one of these new electrical bikes that are taking over the world, especially Bay County, they go up to about 30 miles an hour. Wear a helmet. They have all-wheel drive. People are using them to go hunting in the woods. One of my buddies does that. But Steve's Bike Shop, they do incredible work. They give incredible sales. That's where you need to go, Steve's Bike Shop. He's also, Josh, he's also the swimming coach at Mosley and does a great job.
Great job, yep.
Great job. Don't forget about Chad Mitchell. Get out, newbies, have a great time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
He's a 10-foot tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It was a Thursday night and Columbia came down to Oxford.
Eagle, hey, Martha Kinney, James Jenner, Josh, all these Auburn players and teammates, former players that live in the Panhandle, got to be proud of everything's going to Auburn. I say it all the time. Their athletic department is outstanding. Baseball, outstanding. Basketball, outstanding. Football will be this year. I think we're in good shape this year. I think Auburn's going to be really good. My family members, again, the half that went to Auburn, they're pumped up. They think they're back. They think they'll be pretty good. They think Saban's gone. They can't wait to get Alabama at home without Nick Saban. And we'll see how everything spins out. Auburn, in the last couple of years, has been knocking it out of the ballpark in recruiting. Right now, not so much. They've had a lot of guys flipping and going to other schools. That is a concern. Auburn is currently ranked 73rd in the nation, according to 24/7 team recruiting rankings, which is totally different what's happened the last couple of years. So that is really early. They'll get it rolling, no doubt about that. But I am kind of a little bit concerned about all these guys flipping and going to other schools. They've lost some really good ball players that have been committed to them, and we've already talked about that in the past. All right, Auburn, best case, worst case for the Auburn Tigers. This is according to CBS. Josh, I want your opinion on this. I think Auburn's back. I don't think anybody can screw it up. But here's the best case for the Auburn Tigers for the 2025 football season. Odds to win the SEC, plus 2,000. Plus 2,000.
I would agree with that.
You want to put a little money on it?
No.
If you win it, you win a lot of money. All right. Best case for Auburn. This is by CBS. Auburn goes 9-3. Mm-hmm. Auburn is good, not elite. Auburn is good, not elite, according to CBS. But what matters is who Auburn beats in 2025. Hugh Freeze has not been near making the playoffs. They don't have a winning record. This is the first time I can remember in my lifetime, and I think I'm correct on this. Auburn's lost 4 losing seasons in a row. This will be his 3rd year in a row losing season. If he loses, I think he'll be gone. If he has a losing season, I really do. Mm-hmm. Here's the deal. He goes 9-3. He's in great shape. He goes 8-4. I think he's back, unless he gets embarrassed by Bama at the end of the year. You got Georgia at home. You got Alabama at home, and then you got Oklahoma and Texas A&M back to back. Those are critical games. Critical games. We'll get that in a minute. All right, now here's the worst case. Here's the worst case for Auburn Tigers. If Auburn goes 5-7, Hugh Freeze is in big-time trouble. Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy. Those are games that Auburn fans expect to win. Let's just be real about that. They got to win those games. Again, Missouri, you got to win. Arkansas, you got to win. Kentucky, you got to win. Vandy, you got to win. What happened last year? Vandy owned the state of Alabama. They beat Auburn and Alabama. Okay? Baylor. Circle Baylor. It's a Friday night game on Fox. I think it's critical to have the kind of year he needs to have, that Auburn expects to have. I think you have to beat Baylor week 1. Baylor is a good football team. They got good fans out there. They got that new stadium. They got a really good coach, especially the defense side of the ball. I think that's going to be a tough game for Auburn. I do believe they're going to win it. But if they do win it, I do see them going 9-3, 8-4 if they beat Baylor. I really do. If they don't beat Baylor, I'm not so sure about that. Now, the first two SEC games I talked about a minute ago, on the road at Oklahoma and Texas A&M, they got to split that. At best, split that. At best, they got to split it. If they don't split it, they beat Baylor, they're 8-4. They beat these two teams. Watch out, the sky's the limit.
Where do they have to travel? Do they have to go to Norman or College Station?
Both.
Oh, they got to go both.
I think they're both.
Whoa.
I think they're both.
Wow, three trips out of the state pretty quick.
Yeah, Josh, what do you think? You think I'm pretty on this stuff here?
I think just looking at it, a 7-5 year looks pretty. I don't know. I keep landing on a 7-win season.
See, if he goes 7-5, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, right. But I don't think. Again, Auburn and Georgia at home, but I think. I mean, historically, you usually split one of those, but I don't know. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I think the Baylor game that Friday night, that's going to be a very interesting.
If Auburn's ranked the last game of the season at home in the Iron Bowl, they would mark it down as a win. We can't beat them when they're ranked. We never have.
Yeah.
And I tell you what,
I'm not as optimistic as I usually am.
I got a feeling they're going to get Georgia. I don't know why. I just got a gut feeling Auburn's going to beat Georgia this year. I could be crazy. It's kind of crazy to say that, but I kind of get it. I don't know. I just got a feeling something good's going to happen in that game.
Okay.
They had them on the ropes 2 years ago when they had them at home early in the year. See, I don't like Auburn and Georgia playing there. I hate that. I'm old school. I like it the way it used to be at the end of the season. So we shall see. But they got players across the board. They got good. Don't let anybody fool you. Auburn's got players. They got a good roster. Their offensive line is really good. Okay, you heard it here first. Their offensive line's good. Their receivers, the group receivers have, they're elite. They got elite receivers. They're going to be able to protect him. I think they got to have a good running game. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about the running backs. The freshman coming in, it's hard to get walking as a freshman. He broke all the rushing records in the state of Alabama. He's not that big, but he can take it to the house, played in a small league. But if they can run the ball somewhat, where you don't have to rely on the quarterback every single time. But how good is he? How good is he? He didn't impress me that much at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He got the talent.
Well, he's got 2 preseason All-Americans to throw it to. You know? So I know that kind of helps. But again, last year we couldn't really throw it to those guys either. So
and at every position on the defense, they got an elite player. This back end, they got a good secondary. At linebackers, now they're trying to recruit these guys. They've got to get a good linebacker signed with them. Maybe that kid out of Florida is going to. I got that. I'll talk about that tomorrow or something. But defensive front, they're going to be in good shape. I'm telling you, I think Auburn's really good. I think they're good. I think they're back, and I think Florida's back. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Florida's schedule's brutal, but Auburn's I think is manageable. But again, the key game to me, Baylor. Yeah. They got to win. They got to win that week 1 game. Gives the kids confidence. What if you lose to Baylor, and then you screw up and lose one of these games to Oklahoma, Texas?
At Oklahoma.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we shall see. Hugh, no more excuses.
It get real warm in September.
Yeah, no more excuses. It's time to win. It's time to win ball games. All right, let's take a break. What? No, we ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll do it. All right. I want to shift gears a little bit. We're going to get off. Well, where's it at? Let me find it.
At the time you tell
Blue. Okay, we were talking about this.
Time.
Yeah, I thought. I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. I didn't know I had more time, and that's my fault, not yours. First time that's ever happened.
You know this is being recorded.
Yes. I saw a note here. I just forgot all about it. I do have to go to MaxFit after the show. Blue chip commitments. These are the teams with the most blue chip commitments. I've been telling you the last couple of years, Auburn's knocked out of the ballpark. Right now, and it's real, and don't freak out because it's still early. Blue chip recruitments so far, and their schedule's pretty easy. Southern Cal's got 20 blue chips right now. They're spending the money. They're doing a great job. You know that campus is not in a good location. You know where it's at down there. Not that great. They don't get the fans support like they used to, but watch out. They might be getting back. Texas A&M, Notre Dame, both have 17. Georgia, Ohio State. Georgia's getting ready to shoot it up there, and so's Ohio State. Matter of fact, I think Ohio State just got a 5-star offensive lineman, I think. So that'll knock them up even more. But that right now, they're at 14 when I wrote this. Clemson has 13 blue chips. FSU and Miami have 10. Penn State, LSU, Texas have 9. So Alabama and Auburn are not up there with the elite recruiting right now.
No.
What's your thoughts on that?
It's hard to put stock in the recruiting piece today compared to this would be alarming pre-portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, okay, maybe something to just watch.
I also got this. Teams with 5-star commitments. LSU, USC, Texas, Alabama, Maryland, wow, Oregon, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Miami, and these kind of surprised me. BYU and Houston, wow. Ohio State, Texas A&M, Washington, and Georgia. No Auburn. As of now. Now, when I say that 5-star, there's not that many 5-stars out there. Right. Sometimes they're overrated. It's not a big deal, but sometimes it is a big deal. So, anyway, Auburn's got to pick up the recruiting, 73rd in the country. And what really is concerning people, if you're a fan, it did kind of catch my eye that so many of these, they've had quite a few people that have been committed to them, flipped, and are going to different schools. And then again, they might be looking to get more money. Maybe they'll wind up back at Auburn. Who knows?
I also think some of these coaches are valuing that 1 to 2 year portal guy. So your traditional ranking system with the recruiting is kind of muddied because now it's I know I'm on the hot seat or about to be. I need a 2 to 3 year guy out of the portal who's experienced and conditioned.
Proven.
This 5 or 4-star that can help me in 2 years, I might not be here.
You just made a great point, and I forgot about that, and I said this earlier, and you've heard me say this. Recruiting like it used to be, you could tell by recruiting, this team's going to be good in the next 2 or 3 years because you couldn't transfer out.
Right.
You knew. You could go by it. Now, you can, like you said, Josh, you can throw it out the window. It really doesn't mean anything. You get transfer players come in there, and then so what? The kid goes to Florida. Next year could be right back at Auburn.
Yeah, you could have a team outside of the top 50 recruiting class that wins the national championship because of the transfers.
Different world. We live in a different world right now. All right, let's take a break. Let's talk about some of our great people. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Love you, Pat. Pat Purnell's a wonderful man. He's got wonderful people that work there. The food's incredible. Go watch all the baseball all summer long at Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. And football season starts, you got to be down there. Their wings are incredible. Their burgers are great. Everything they have down there is outstanding. Great food, great atmosphere. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. And we're at Lynn Haven. Let's go see Russ and Amber. I love them people.
There, get your jewelry clean and inspected for absolutely nothing. Check out their estate sale they got going on right now. Negotiate prices on all of the estate merchandise. And, find that special gift for that 44th year for someone you love.
El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. You love Mexican food. That's where you want to go. You want to hear some great singing tonight. Karaoke every Thursday night, right across the street from the Navy base. Go check it out. The best happy hour out there. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer, house wine. Margaritas. Yes, I said margaritas. The great place to have birthday parties, and David's got 2 great locations now. They open up another one on Front Beach Road, 10908 Front Beach Road. Please park in the back. Dr. Ward, we love Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. 1 in 5 developed skin cancer can be deadly. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. Again, he's everywhere throughout the Panhandle of Florida. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
All state, all this, all that, and we didn't even know. Did you have any idea? Hey, Coop, did you have any idea at all you had won all that stuff when you were in here? Were you not shocked, Coop? I mean, you.
Oh, I love it. There you go.
You love it. Okay.
True Gator.
Yeah.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Hi, folks. It's Tracy from Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Did you know that we have a master jeweler right here in the store? That's right. She has over 20 years experience in the art of repairing jewelry. Most repairs are done within a week, so don't send your jewelry off for 6 weeks. Bring it to us at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We size rings and solder chains. We can reset your diamond into a new setting and even custom design. You'll get your jewelry back quickly and looking as good as new. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, Bay County's trusted jeweler for over 50 years.
Is your restaurant looking a little tired from the long off season? Is your office a little offish? Start the new year off right by giving them a fresh start. Fresh Start Cleaning is now accepting new clients. Ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services. Fresh Start Cleaning. Get clean again with Fresh Start. Call 850-771-6917, 771-6917, and ask about their complimentary hood cleaning services.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN. Happy birthday to us. This is our 8th year on air. Randy comes over here from Pensacola area, opens up this station, and knocks it out of the ballpark. It's incredible.
One of a kind.
Yeah, nobody
Live
else has
sports,
anything like it.
Sports.
Local, nobody covers local sports like we do. All three of the shows. And I have people tell us all the time, we get more information from your radio show than we do in the local news and the newspaper. Of course, the newspaper's, I guess, gone now, right? They come out a couple days a week, I think.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Traditional, yeah.
But
hey, we do, yeah.
Yeah, we got all the coaches that come on. We got every head football coach comes on the show and baseball coaches. We're trying to get the basketball coaches as much as we can. But, Randy, I got to give him a lot of credit. This thing has grown like you would have no idea.
The two-time high school Hall of Famer hosting the show.
Yeah, I think that's probably the key. But anyway, the people that listen to, you don't call it viewership. Well, I guess maybe you could because
the listening audience.
The listening audience,
because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the ratings have gone through the roof. The number of people that started out listening to what it is now is unbelievable, and it works for advertising. I got people all the time say, "Man, it's great. It works for us," and I hope it works for all of you guys. We love our sponsors, appreciate them, and I want to thank Randy again. Great job by Randy. This gets me here. I don't like this. I want to talk to you both about this. College football playoff contenders with the softest schedule. I do not trust the committee. South Carolina, I think, got messed over. Ole Miss, Alabama. I didn't think Alabama deserved it. When you lose like they did against Oklahoma, I was okay with them not getting in there. I really was. I was so disappointed in that performance. They didn't deserve it. But some of those schools, South Carolina, they could have.
Ole Miss would have played.
Ole Miss would have done something. I'm telling you right now, their Ole Miss was a lot better than a couple teams that got in there, in my opinion.
Ole Miss would have, Kiffin would have had James Franklin crying.
No, that's no doubt. He did before. All right, here are your softest contenders, 12 of them. Some of them, I don't know, are contenders, but they feel they are. Oregon. 25th hardest schedule. Okay, 25th. That's the best out of the 12 teams we're talking about right now. They're in the Big Ten. I got to give them credit for that. Their hardest games, Penn State, Washington, and Iowa. That's their 3 toughest games. Guess what? They're going to do pretty well. That's, to me, they dodge Ohio State. I don't think they got Michigan. So Oregon, but being in the Big Ten, they're going to have. I'm okay with Oregon, even though they've got schedule.
Montana State, Oklahoma State, and Oregon State in the non-conference. So.
Yeah. So here we go. Number 11. I didn't realize their schedule was this week. number 27th hardest schedule. Now, the higher the number, the weaker it is.
Right.
Penn State, their hardest games. Now, they do play two of the best. They got Ohio State. I think they're at Ohio State, Oregon, and Iowa. I got to give them that. Playing Ohio State and Oregon, I'm not going to pick on them too bad.
Yeah, but then Villanova, Florida International, and Nevada.
Ooh, weak. USC, they've been getting a little bit of love. USC, 28th hardest schedule in the country. They don't, listen to this, they don't play Ohio State. They don't play Penn State. They don't play Indiana. Their hardest game is probably going to be Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Wow.
Hey, don't count out that Georgia Southern game.
And number 9, come on, they're not a contender. They're nothing. They're going probation. They might get the death penalty. Michigan's got the 29th hardest schedule. 29th. That's a joke. No Oregon, no Penn State. They do have the Buckeyes. Number 8.
They do have Oklahoma.
But Oklahoma hasn't been very good.
I'm just saying you got to go to Norman. You know,
Yeah,
hey, that's the game of the year for Oklahoma.
That's probably their toughest game then. Yeah, that is. We'll say it here. Their SEC average team is your toughest team from Michigan. All right, this is where I started losing it. I don't like this. Notre Dame, you know what their schedule strength is? 38th. They can schedule anybody they want to schedule. They don't have to play a conference championship game, and they're going to get in.
But they do have to play 4 or 5 ACC teams. They've got that contract there.
They got their toughest game. Here are the 3 toughest games: Miami, Texas A&M, and USC. So they do. That's 3 tough games. The rest of them, I think, they're in pretty good shape.
Arkansas out there, Boise.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I wouldn't take a game with Boise.
I didn't want to play Boise. We did at Southern Mississippi. We'll play anywhere, anytime, any place. Number 7, Clemson. Clemson's schedule's ranked 40th. They got LSU week 1, and they got South Carolina into the game. I think they got Miami, I think. But they said the 2 toughest games, LSU, South Carolina. What conference are they both in?
Sun Belt.
40th easiest schedule, but I love Dabo. Number 6, Miami. Strength of schedule, 41st. Their 2 toughest games?
Florida
at home, Clemson. Florida and Clemson. Number 5. Now, here's why I say don't let them in. Do not let them in. Number 5. You let them in last year. What happened? Number 5, SMU. Strength of schedule, 43rd in the country. They're at Clemson in Miami. They got Miami. That's their 2 toughest game, at Clemson and in Miami.
You're not putting East Texas A&M on that schedule?
No, they're not. Yeah. So they go 10-2. They're going to be the Cinderella school, and let's put them in again. Number 4, Kansas State. What's their strength of schedule? 64th in the country. You know what their toughest game is? Iowa State. Here we go. Number 3, you mentioned a minute ago, Boise State. Boy, they got a tough schedule. What's it ranked? 81st in the country. Toughest game at Notre Dame. At Notre Dame, the toughest game. Number 2, I'm not sure they're a contender, to be honest. These last 2, they're saying they could be contenders. I could have left them out. Their strength of schedule is 86. It's Tulane. And who they play? Ole Miss.
Well, they're a contender because you get the automatic qualifier.
Right. There you go. And this one, I don't know where this came from. Their strength of schedule, 113th. The team is UNLV. Strength of schedule counts. It doesn't count to committee. I don't trust them. Wins what counts to them. SEC, you need to stay at 8 games. Do not go to 9. When you play in the SEC and you play in the Big Ten and you got a tough game week after week, it wears out your body. Football's an emotional game. It's hard to get up every single week. Schedules do matter. Conferences do matter. I'm at SEC. I wouldn't even think about going to 9-conference game. Big Ten, do yourself a favor.
Go back to 8.
Go to 8 games. Pick up an SEC game or something, or an easy win. What do you think about that? That's the reason I don't trust them doing
not
the
all
schedules
schedules are the same.
No, all conference, all schedules are not the same. Let's go by the rankings, and let's go pick the 12 highest-ranked teams. Let them play. I will throw a bone to the 4 conferences. I said this before. We'll let the ACC champion in. we're going to let the Big 12 champion in. Let's get rid of the Cinderella. If they're not in the top 12, they shouldn't get in.
I don't think football lends itself in the same way that basketball or even baseball, like we saw this past week, does. It's just a different game. And I've talked to people who, have worked these games, and they can just walk on the field and almost see a discrepancy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we get back. Jeremy, you got some stuff.
A little fun.
Let me ask Josh real quick, though. Josh, is there anything out there you want to tell the great people? I know we got flag football happening. Yeah. We got the beach volleyball
all that stuff is coming up in the future, but currently right now we have all of our summer programs going for all of our sports. Wrapping up, July's here. Next week we're all off at the district, so coming back we're going to be prepping for football for fall, and excited about it. Yeah.
What's the? Do you realize what? Do you know what the first official date of football practice is?
Yeah, so it's July 27th.
July
27th is the first official day.
It's like it's going every
football, baby.
Yeah, but I'm used to it starting like in August 7th, August 6th, August 5th.
We've tried to peg things with the Canadian League now.
But everything's getting pushed back. The calendar's always.
The FCA is trying to decrease the overlapping problem that we have. Yeah. So if you go the first teacher day, if you go the first calendar teacher day, they're pushing it to late July so that the winter sports, there's not as much overlap.
Yeah.
And then you push winter sports up, and then there's not as much overlap between basketball, baseball.
I think the challenge is that while you have that overlap, you still have all of these 4-day weeks that make the end of the year, like this past year, after Memorial Day.
Yes.
And that's a bit frustrating there.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, it's right in my head. I had a question for you. I know you're doing a lot of hiring. That going pretty well?
Yeah, we did a great candidates. Like I mentioned earlier in the other hour, we're blessed to have a lot of great coaches, and a lot of people who do go above and beyond.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know what I was going to ask you.
Go for it.
Georgia. I already know the answer. Georgia, they said no. You come as a ninth grader.
Do we have enough time?
You got one chance to transfer. That's it. They're going to fight it. If it goes to court, they can't win it. In Florida, how all this got started down in Southwest Florida, Lee County, they came out, their school board attorney said, look, we can't win this in court. We can. You want to be stubborn? Go ahead. If it's going to cost us money, we're not going to win it. And they were one of the first ones that folded the tent and said, we're not doing it. And after that, it snowballed.
So our legislative session a couple weeks ago just passed a rule with non-traditional kids. So we have loosened up. A couple weeks ago, we have loosened up our rules, our open enrollment rules yet again. So we have now where homeschool kids can now go play, like a Bay Virtual kid can go play at any school in the district, whereas last year and previous years you could only play for your own school if they met controlled open enrollment. So if they were at capacity, homeschool kids could not play at that school. Now, as of 2 weeks ago, if you're a homeschool kid, capacity at a school, it does not matter.
Wow.
So they've doubled down on the
Georgia goes in one direction, we go in the other.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, we'll be right back. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Well, I got time to do anything. I'll do it when we get back. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Celebrating 2 years of broadcasting history.
I told you this would work.
It's the Best of Bay awarded Inside Drive on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Weekdays 11 to 1 with Ryan Mulvey.
I love it.
Covering the biggest stories, breaking news, the latest trades, and taking your calls. The Inside Drive is live and local middays from the Gulf Plus studios.
Happy anniversary.
That kid was on roids.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a fifth-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design, build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
Wahoo's Express Car Wash is now open and proud to be your local go-to car wash, offering top quality service with a personal touch. Their monthly membership plans make it easy and affordable to keep your car looking its best all year round. Wahoo's Express Car Wash has advanced equipment and an experienced team to ensure every vehicle leaves sparkling clean. Committed to fast, friendly service and spotless results every time. Come see the difference at Wahoo's Express Car Wash, intersection of Michigan Avenue and 23rd Street.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of the Atlanta Braves. We can talk a couple sponsors real quick. Love all of them, man. Appreciate Jason Kovaleski, locals. J. Michaels, local. John and Charlotte, love them to death. Newbies, it's a great job they do there. Go have a great time out there and tell Coach sent you. Chad Mitchell, I love that man. Wasn't for Chad, I wouldn't be around anymore. Chad had a heart problem. He's the one that found it and took care of me. God bless him. Listen to him every Monday right here. Steve's in the air. I love Jason. They are not better people than Jason. Steve's in the air conditioner #1. Steve's Bike Shop. Kyle Vandergriff. Patrick. All of them, man. We appreciate all you guys. David, Russ, Amber, wonderful people, great people. Jeremy, you got great people to go to your church. I got great sponsors. Russ, you work for great people. These great young kids that go play sports. And they enjoy listening to our show, and we appreciate them because we're going to try going forward. We're going to try to have a cover football games live. We're going to have the coaches in here coming up football season. Football season getting closer and closer, and we got to get everybody signed up, and we're going to try to save space for everybody that's not been in the past, but it's starting to sell out pretty quick. What do you have for us? I know you have something special.
Well, let's wrap it up here with some fun, sort of little interesting streaks that teams either want to end or extend. All right, so Florida. When's the last time Florida was shut out?
Wow. I don't know.
1988.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Who beat them?
Auburn. Shut them out at Auburn. That was the last time. So Florida wants to extend their 461 consecutive game scoring streak.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Alabama. The easy one would have been to extend to 24 straight home openers, but we play La Monroe. I feel pretty confident that one's going to happen. But Alabama looks to extend their streak of at least one Alabama player being selected in the first round for what would be a 17th year.
Say it again now.
17 straight years an Alabama player has been ranked or selected in the first round. 17 straight years.
Wow.
Want to keep that one going.
That will happen. That left tackle's going to get heaven.
Arkansas hopes to end a 9-year streak of finishing at or below 500.
Are you kidding me? 9 years?
That's 9 years of subpar. So watch, Pittman, may be on his way.
Watch Petrino.
Yeah, that's who they.
Yeah,
they were pretty good last year.
Yeah,
on offense.
Yeah. Here's one that'll shock you. Auburn wants to end the longest active streak among SEC teams without being ranked in the AP poll.
I had no idea that was
the last time Auburn was ranked, November 14th, 2021. Kentucky, Mississippi State, Florida, and Vanderbilt have all been ranked since that time.
I never would have believed that.
Georgia wants to extend its 32-game win streak at Sanford Stadium. They've not lost since October 12th, 2019 against Carolina.
Texas is going there and Alabama.
Kentucky Kentucky wants to end a 4-game losing streak against Tennessee. There
Never
was a
happened.
time. There was a time.
Never happened.
I mean, Stoops had their numbers for a little while.
I Stoops last year.
LSU wants to extend their winning streak over South Carolina to 9. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
They've handled them. This one. Ole Miss wants to extend their 10-win season streak to 3.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin got it rolling, man.
He'll do it. Mississippi State on the other end of the state wants to end their 12-game conference losing streak.
So say it again.
End a 12-game conference losing streak.
Who was that?
Mississippi State. I don't think it happens. Tennessee, A&M, Florida, Texas, Arkansas, Georgia, Missouri, Ole Miss.
Tough. They're going to add to it, Brian.
Tough. Missouri. Here's one. We are closer to a Ronald Reagan presidency than we are to the last time Missouri beat Alabama.
When did they beat them? 1960.
Yeah.
Liberty Bowl. Bill
Yeah.
Bryant was the coach.
So they've lost 6 straight to Alabama. They've got a shot this year.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe this one. Oklahoma wants to extend their bowl streak to 27 straight years.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable.
And they will.
And even this one, Vanderbilt can usually knock on the door at some point. South Carolina looks to extend their winning streak over Vanderbilt to 17. Pretty long streak there over
Kind
one
of a
program.
toss-up on that.
Yeah. This one, we talked about it about every other year for a while. Tennessee hopes to end its 10-game losing streak in Gainesville.
Not going to happen this year.
That extends 20 years when you add the home and home in there. So it's 20 years. That's a long time. Texas hopes to extend the nation's longest active road win streak. Now, where do they open?
Ooh, that ain't gonna happen. They got Ohio State week 1 in the Columbus.
So there's a streak on the line week 1 there. Yeah.
How many? Hey, say that again. What's that streak?
It's the longest. They've won 11 true road games. Their last loss.
Games.
Yeah, road games.
Okay, I gotta tell them
true road
boys
games, not
about
neutral
that.
site, not bowl, any of that. Texas A&M wants to end a 12-year streak of failing to reach 10 wins. 12 straight years you haven't gotten to 10 wins in College Station. That's why that big check was written to Jimbo.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll get to 10 this year or not.
Vandy hopes to end a 6-game losing streak to Tennessee. They had their best shot last year, probably, but if Diogo
He's already run his mouth. He's already run his mouth.
It could happen. So anyway, those are unusual little factoids.
That was great. Let's bring in the birthday boy. I was bragging on you earlier.
What'd you brag about?
You come over here. You had a vision. You open up a station, and you knocked a home run out of the ballpark. The thing has grown so much in 8 years. It's incredible. The viewing, I call it viewing ship or listening ship, whatever you want to call it, it's going through the roof. And I took my hat off to you. You did a great job. Congratulations, birthday boy.
It started. I mean, I remember coming over here and building this thing out from scratch. Didn't have, all the equipment was in a storage facility, and I brought my own equipment that we had to use. And I had like this big old building, and it was just me by myself. So I had to do it all.
You did.
From the very beginning.
Remember that board you had to do live shows? And I looked at that and I said, "Hey, no way I'll ever figure this out."
You're talking about the one that's back here right now.
No, not that one.
No, it was on location, and he looked at it like it was like science fiction or something.
Like a computer or something. What is it? What?
Yeah.
I was freaking out. I was in panic mode, and it had a delay.
Yeah.
So you could hear yourself, and I'd get
about
confused.
a second afterwards.
Yeah, I'd get confused. I was like, "What? Huh? What?"
Then I said, "Come on over to the studios, the office," and you said,
"Yeah."
Oh man, I thought you'd never ask.
We went to that J. Michael Studios, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ever since
8 years ago today.
Was that no? You opened up before that.
Huh?
No, is this when you opened up 8 years ago?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, but we didn't come on till later, right?
Yeah.
Right.
August 1st.
Yeah. Because you had it going before.
Yeah. And then you came over, and I just ruined everything.
He walks in and goes, "This is a true story." He walks in and goes, "Are you James Hale?" And I looked at him. I said, "Does he owe you money?" And he started laughing. I said, "It's me. We're good." What finger is that?
That's the one that says
number one.
Better be nice.
But anyway, happy birthday! Great job. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
it's been with a lot of help of a lot of really talented people, and it's like a big family around here. We're like that in the community too. I mean, it's a big family. We're involved in a lot of.
And we're selling out quickly for football season. We only have so many spots we have available.
So they get on now.
We're out 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Happy birthday.
Proud to be a part of it.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
The Kevin Durant situation in Houston feels a lot like the Aaron Rodgers situation with the Jets.
Oh, no.
This is not where, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, obviously, this won't be the place where he's had the most success in his playing career, but this will be the thing that we remember the most.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Thursday. For this afternoon and evening, likely thunderstorms and some clouds, and a high of 89 with a gentle breeze at 9 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Tonight, a mixture of partly cloudy skies and a chance of thunderstorms with lows around 76. Tomorrow, partly sunny in the morning and then likely thunderstorms and a temperature near 85. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City. College football